Paul, do the intro.
Dump it more into your laddies.
My name is Kyle, and with me are the rest of the fucking Midtown high dropouts. I already fucked that intro up. With me
Except
today,
for Mike, dude. Mike just dropped out of high school, and he's here with us now. So
yeah, he's with us. With us today is Mike, the newest dropout, and
authentic,
and Oro, and we're gonna talk about the Avengers Infinity War trailer, which I didn't see coming. I didn't think it'd be coming so soon, and the Punisher.
Didn't see that coming?
I didn't see it coming. Yeah.
Seaman.
Also, I felt like it was important that we talked about they casted the new live-action Mulan, and she is not Korean.
Mulan's not Korean?
Mulan is not.
I didn't know they casted the new Mulan.
Yeah,
Who's playing her?
Live-action Mulan.
It's great.
Well, I mean, I knew that much.
She is in fact Chinese. I wonder if they did cast outside of Chinese, if anyone would get mad.
I hope not, but you know they would.
No one nowadays they probably would.
You know they would.
There's a point where you just have to act. I don't. If you look the part and you're like generally the same race.
Korean, and then I can be Mulan.
If you look Asian.
If you are Asian, then sure, yeah, if you can cross-dress really well. Well, I guess you wouldn't even have to. Mulan already does that.
Avengers. I love this new Avenger Mulan.
Yeah. Oh, it's my favorite.
At one point, we're gonna talk about Spider-Man again on this Spider-Man podcast, right? Because we haven't. The next week we're doing.
I wouldn't strictly consider ourselves Spider-Man podcast.
Spider-Man is in Avengers Infinity War. Spoiler alert.
Let's talk about the trailer.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of the Avengers Infinity War trailer?
I was nutting the entire way through.
It was underwhelming.
Every scene.
Oh.
Every scene switch.
I nut myself.
Yeah, exactly. I would nut myself.
I'm with Mike on this one. I wasn't super hyped. TBH.
Really?
Yeah, it's probably because I thought it was gonna be mostly new footage, but it was more or less.
But I haven't seen any footage.
Yeah, for a lot of people, this is like the first one because
new footage.
It's the first one they've shown publicly. Yeah.
New footage, because we see a lot of stuff we saw from the D23 leak.
All they did
was
for the Guardians at the end, and that was it. They took out the Guardians.
Yeah, they didn't change that.
They took out the whatever I've been hearing about Thanos throwing a planet at people. That wasn't in this trailer.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, he shattered the moon and threw it at
everybody.
I don't know. I liked that he was kicking ass though, and like
yeah, sure was
beating up Iron Man and Spider-Man.
Dude, Iron Man took a bitch slap.
I get my kick off that. That's my fetish.
It's like Spider-Man dropped the soap in the shower, and Thanos
is fucking
great. And we're bringing it back.
Thanos would make the best prison bit. Or not.
Talk about horse cocks, the last one. Why don't we talk about Thanos' penis?
Oh
no,
my god,
guys! I thought we were.
Once you go Titan.
I don't know what this the rating of this podcast is. Oops.
PG-13.
All right, that's.
There are children here.
There are
children
here.
There are children watching.
Yeah, see, Anthony.
And I want.
This podcast is not appropriate for any ears.
Of Thanos's purple scaly dick.
How do we know if it's scaly?
I'm sure.
You know, you look at his chin; it's got those lines on it, man. It's like.
Yeah, it's probably
what
like.
If his dick got? What if his dick is striped like that too? No, not scales, but like you know those lines on it.
It's just made of rock.
Like what if it's like the Thing.
Yeah.
The Thing doesn't have a dick.
How do you know that?
Because we've seen him naked.
Oh.
Would Death know?
At least I have.
You seen the Thing naked? Didn't the Thing not wear pants in the
Fantastic Four? I mean, yeah, the last one that came out. Yeah, it was.
Oh. Man, that's gotta suck, considering he wasn't born like that.
He just lost.
Yeah, he doesn't have a dick. Oh my god, he doesn't have a dick now.
That's probably why he's so upset.
Life without a penis.
I'd be pretty upset if I turned into a rock monster with no dick.
Does he have to pee? Like, how does he?
How does he exert his fluids?
He just pees out kidney stones constantly.
I mean,
It's just a constant stream of kidney stones.
Remember that box, Silver Surfer? The Rise of the Silver Surfer? How will that happen now?
Oh, jeez. We're not even. Are we still talking about Infinity War?
We're supposed to.
I
be.
think so.
Rise of the Thanos of the Purple Dick.
Hulkbuster looks different. Like he made a new Hulkbuster.
Yeah, I like the new design.
I did not remember the Hulkbuster being in the movie or in the trailer. I mean, I'm sure it is. I just don't. I have a bad memory.
Spider-Man's wearing the sweet new suit. It looks a lot better in this than it did in Homecoming.
Yeah, it looks better. I don't like it that much either, but it looks better.
I like it. I like the eyes.
Yeah, I kind of like how they like dim and then they come on again.
It looks like
Neat.
Did anyone
Shuri
see the
is
eyes
in the
move,
movie.
I don't
No.
think they moved.
I don't think they're gonna move.
Oh, they
that
better
would
move.
kinda Suck.
They better move like a camera does.
Wakanda looks great. I think it's
does look
Wakanda.
great. Yeah, it makes sense since all the Wakandan people are there with
Fair.
black yard.
Might
Remind me of Ultimate
might be
Avengers
some
too, like
signs
the
that
animated
it's
movie.
Wakanda.
If
I'm
anybody
wondering.
remembers
I'm curious on how they're gonna do the Black Order since there's this is like the first movie they're showing up in, and they're probably not gonna get.
Yeah,
that. Proxima Midnight was the only one that was in there.
yeah. That's
Yeah, for like a split second.
the thing is you've got like one movie trying to fit in so many characters. I wonder
Yeah.
how it's really going to do that.
Absolutely.
They can do it.
I hope it's got a heavy focus on the villains because we already know all these heroes.
Well, I mean, if we get a heavy focus on anyone, it's definitely gonna be Thanos. I don't know if we're gonna get as much as on his underlings.
They definitely have to.
I'm thinking-
because all we got is the after credit scenes with him.
I'd want
yeah.
like this movie to be like Black Order and then like Avengers 4 to be Thanos, if that makes any sense.
Well, I mean, we
Suicide Squad
see
with
a lot
Marvel.
of Thanos in this.
Yeah, that's true. We did.
There's the Wakanda.
I think people would
actions-
probably be upset if we didn't see much Thanos.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
know I would.
it took him like 5 years to get off his chair.
It's like
What he was doing the entire time.
it's like whenever you. I mean, this might be a completely different circle I'm talking to, but it's like whenever you watch a long-running anime, and it's like every episode, at the end of it, they're pitching this awesome fight that's going to happen, but then you watch that
like
next
Dragon Ball.
episode, and it's
It's
just
like,
a
kill
bunch of
your
bullshit,
ass
and then
Goku, fucking Christ.
like every episode ends with Sasuke and Gar are gonna fight, but then like the next episode just a bunch of exposition and flashbacks.
Oh, are you
Can't
talking
throw a
about
fucking
that's
energy ball?
Are you talking about Boruto's dad?
Yeah, Boruto's it's great. It was great.
I know Boruto's
My
dad had
age.
his own show.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was. I mean, not a lot of people know about it, but it flew under the radar for a lot of people. But I thought it was something. It was
It's a
an
real shame
anime.
that we're the only two people who are getting this.
Yeah. I'm just sitting here like, the fuck.
Crunchyroll memes.
So we know of two fight scenes. Well, I assume there's gonna be more in Infinity War, but we know there's the Wakanda one, and then there's gonna be one with Thanos, and I think that's gonna be
We also got one with all
After.
his big
Yeah,
daddies.
yeah, we had I think somebody threw a spear at somebody else.
oh
Community
yeah.
Midnight.
I think that
throw
was the guy with the black eyes. I forgot his name.
It's the Black Order.
Yeah, it was a member of them, but like,
So if I had to place it, since we know that the Guardians don't actually show up until a bit like into the movie, I guess I think the Wakanda battle probably isn't gonna be the finale. I
No,
think
it's gonna be the midway point.
Yeah, I would assume it's gonna be the midway point, and then Thanos is gonna show up because we know from the leak footage that Doctor Strange and Star-Lord are gonna do a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that that's gonna be around the end, but
Everyone's gonna die.
I feel like Peter is gonna be taken out of the game really quickly, but he has the Iron Spider suit, or no, we call it the Iron Spider suit.
Are you guys familiar with that leaked thing? It's like Doctor Strange flying up to Spider-Man. He's like, Peter, they're not dead. Protect them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
I've
read
not
that.
seen that.
I read that when D23 was happening. Someone said the description. So I'm assuming that Peter isn't going to show up until late in the game either, but I feel like he's going to be pretty quickly dispatched.
That's a
Like
shame.
it's gonna be like during the time that when Tony leaves the Sanctum Sanctorum. Like a little bit after that. That'll be like maybe early into the film, like maybe like 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. One other thing is, what do you think is gonna happen to the Vision? Like, we see him in a human form. Does he just have a human form, or is he gonna die, or does he get a human form because
does that
Mind
take
Stone?
before
Yeah, I'm
after?
thinking he does something with an Infinity Stone to get that human form.
Okay.
I would be surprised if
It
the
kinda creeped
Mind
me out when I
Stone
saw
did
I was
it
like,
though.
Why the hell does he look like that?
Or what were you saying?
I'd be kind of surprised if the Mind Stone did that though, because that doesn't sound like something that would be in its power set.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Reality Stone thing.
Yeah. I think I feel like he might get killed, but we do see, because we see the stone get ripped right out of his forehead, right?
Well, we see the staff being brought to his head, and he's screaming.
Yeah.
What if Wanda's?
But I think like the Mind Stone kind of is Vision. Like it's what gives him. It's like what powers him. I don't know how he's gonna
So
I
if he
think
be a
he can
thing
survive
without.
it. I think.
Okay,
Because I mean,
Does he-
Adam Warlock can survive without the Soul Stone in
Does-
his head.
that's true. Does Vision have a dick?
Yes.
Probably.
I would.
Okay,
I wouldn't think so. But I mean,
but like
I know he has a family in the comics. I don't know how that works.
no, but that's because Wanda realities them into
Oh, okay.
life. I think
Yeah, that's what I was saying. What if Wanda's the one that makes him think he has the human body?
that'd be weird.
Yeah.
That'd be really
What is the extent of Wanda's power in the MCU anyway?
Definitely
It gets
not
more
as
and more.
It's definitely not as powerful as it is in the comics.
So far, it just seems like she's got some telekinesis and brainwashing, and that's it.
Yeah, telekinesis and telepathy, like limited telepathy so far, but we'll probably see it expanded on because she actually doesn't really show up outside of the Avengers movies. But there are other things that we talk about. Does T'Challa sound different to you? Because I mentioned this, but Chadwick Boseman is kind of.
She sounds like it.
He sounds like he went up in tone. That's not like here or there.
I haven't watched Civil War in a while, so I don't actually remember what he sounds like originally.
He's a bit deeper in Civil War.
I did.
I think that's just because he was so monotone throughout the movie.
Who's fucking furiously typing in the background?
I'm sorry, that's me. Always me.
Paul. He's in an internet debate right now about I don't know, how Tassim was the best movie ever.
Of course.
If Vision
Boy,
has-
if you don't even know me, if that's what you think I'm typing about.
Adam Garfield is his celebrity
Andrew
crush.
Garfield.
He's on a forum about theories about Infinity War.
forum about theories about Infinity War.
Yeah, let's
Yes.
check into
Matt
our
Pat is his
Spider-Man
best friend.
Discord and see what theories that people are coming up with. Here, you guys keep talking. I'll find a good one.
All right, cool. Do we have any? Does anyone have anything else to say about the Infinity War trailer, or should we get into Punisher?
Nah, I want to get into Punisher.
All right, we'll get.
How far in are we getting
Yeah, what's
to Punisher? Like,
we're
Full
gonna
spoilers, 'cause
fucking
it's the next
spoil it.
month.
We're gonna spoil all of it.
I'm on
Oh, yeah.
episode.
If you haven't seen
What?
Punisher, go
I'm
watch
on
Punisher and
episode
come
6,
back.
dude.
What the fuck?
Alright,
What are you
go
doing? You
fuck
had like an
yourself.
entire week.
Yeah,
Bro,
we're going full.
I don't know,
full
man.
Macintosh over here. All right.
Oh, here we go.
Did everyone hear? But Anthony finished it. Paul, you finished it, right? Paul.
Don't you dare say.
I'm on episode 4.
Oh, god damn it!
I don't care. You guys can talk about it. I don't care.
You guys really fucked over
I
this
do care.
episode.
I do care, so I'm gonna go to the room of shame.
Is there? No, you're not changing channels
Did
on
you
this.
actually?
Um,
All right, well, Zuko becomes a good guy, and that's the spoiler.
Oh, the picture of Spider-Man from
there-
Infinity
I-
War and
I wouldn't
T'Challa
say
saying, "Get this
there's
kid an
a-
uncle."
I wouldn't say there's like a lot to spoil in this show.
A lot of it you can see coming from like a mile away.
Like we,
Like any twists that are in there, it's
Yeah,
just like,
nothing-
oh, that's obvious.
you guys both know Billy Russo is a bad guy. Right?
Yeah.
You guys know that?
Also, if you know who he is in the comics, you know he's a bad guy.
I wanted to see his mangled face, and we didn't.
Are you
Oh,
fucking kidding me? Did
we'll
you
see
spoil
his-
that for me, dude?
We'll see his.
Yo, what the
Yeah,
hell?
Paul.
man?
Wow, it's almost like you joined a podcast where we're talking about the whole series.
Yeah. Fuck it. Mike, let's start with your thoughts. What did you think of Punisher, the Netflix series?
I loved it. All right. You gotta understand. They interpreted Frank Castle so perfectly. I'm a very big fan of Punisher. It was great. I loved it. 9 out of 10.
What about you, Oro? What did you think of the Punisher?
It might be my favorite of the Netflix series so far, just for me personally. I was always like I've never been that much of a fan of the Netflix series, but this one always held my interest, and he was my favorite part of Daredevil season 2, and I just love the character that they have in the Netflix series. I'm not familiar with him in the comics or anything, but I love the actor and I love the way he performs him, and
I definitely think
It's great.
the cast was great. There was no one. Wait, actually, no, I lied. I fucking hate. Okay.
actually it's awful.
The cast was on fucking point. But you know what? Fuck that part.
Fuck this guy.
No, okay.
Except
Actually, wait. This show is ass.
this fucking
Hey,
garbage.
I really like the show as well. But I think I'm a little. But being honest, I don't have the ability to like things anymore because I'm a
Was it
little burnt
Milani?
out.
Is that who it was?
Huh? Yeah, I didn't like Madani at all.
No.
I actually liked her a lot. She was one of my
I
favorites.
forget what she is. I forgot her name.
Madani is not a very good character. I feel.
Nope.
I don't remember most of the names because I'm bad with names, but I liked Madani a lot. She was my
I
favorite.
told you. I kept calling her Jane the Wolf.
Because,
thought- I thought there was a bit too many sex scenes.
there were way too many sex.
It was surprising.
I've only seen one.
We'll get there. But
How many
I didn't
sex
like.
scenes
So,
can
wait,
there be after that?
How was that scene between Mike Holder and Punisher getting coffee?
Oh, that was great. That was the best part. The best part of the show.
That is my life.
Wait. Okay, well, I'm gonna go watch Punisher. And
No. You're not
No,
leaving
you're
here, all right?
staying.
You're gonna
Anyone-
listen with us.
anyone have lotion?
What was I saying? I don't like Madani. She doesn't really do anything,
No.
and she's also kind of really dumb.
And she's also kind of a bitch.
Oh,
Madonna,
What?
Where is she from?
Was she dumb? I mean,
She's like
I feel like-
Colombian.
I feel like she was the only competent person in.
Oh, you mean
No,
like where's she from is
I
in
thought-
like books?
I thought the only competent person was Sam Stein, who was great.
Oh, he
You
died.
mean the dude who got his ass killed?
Sam Stein was my favorite. I didn't think Madani was very.
I mean, he was.
competent. Like, one
I
of
actually
her
didn't like him that
lines-
much.
One of her lines near the end of the show is like, "I want to know Billy Russo. I want Billy Russo to know that I played him like a fucking chess piece or whatever."
Even
Right?
though
Did she
didn't
say
at
that?
all.
I don't
She said
remember.
that. She definitely said something along those lines. I don't know how to speak good. And she really didn't do anything. If we're
It
being
was all
honest.
Micro and Frank.
Yeah, it was all Micro and Frank and Sam, because Sam organized one of the stings they did.
Yeah.
right?
He organized this thing that he got killed in. I think.
Madani. The only thing Madani did was do a Fast and Furious scene with Frank and lose.
Got fucked.
Yeah, she got destroyed.
She was the one who figured out that they were bugged.
That is true.
But that's it.
That's pretty much it. But
That's
otherwise,
the extent of her use.
but if there's something
I don't know. I thought she figured out most of the stuff when it came to the Homeland Security. That's who they are. Like, a lot of people didn't believe her. Even Sam didn't believe her on a lot of shit. She was the one who figured most of it out, and then Sam started finally helping, and then he died.
Yeah, sure, that's fair. All right, I'll give you that. Also, the way Sam died. Wait, no, how did he die? Did he use it? He got hidden blade, right?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
straight up
Billy Russo-
Assassin Creeded him.
He uses that like twice.
Yeah.
Russo has a hidden blade, and the first time he uses it, I actually burst out laughing because it was.
He
fucking
killed the
hilarious.
BDSM guy.
He did kill the BDSM guy. There's BDSM in the show.
Yeah,
just in case.
that was just bizarre that it was even a thing.
As soon as that shit, like, I would expect it in something like The Punisher, but like, it was just kind of comedic for me.
Yeah,
It's-
no, I thought it was
This is not a show you watch with your moms, but this is a show I watched with my mom.
But guys, it's,
Yo.
a, it's
And
a
it was-
Disney show.
It was
it's a Netflix
It's a
show.
Disney show.
like 5 sex scenes, a BDSM scene. I don't.
Disney Channel
Uh,
original.
It was great.
Okay. What
It
was
was bonding time.
if
Bondage time? What?
if there was something I didn't like about Punisher, the Netflix series, Marvel's The Punisher, it was probably how it was kind of a slow burn. Especially when when was the Homeland Security stuff gonna tie into the punishing stuff?
Oh yeah.
That took a bit. And
Wait, you mean slow burn like Scott's Tots from The Office was a slow burn, or...
I didn't watch The Office.
I found like isn't all the Netflix series kind of that way though?
All of them start off slow and then go.
Iron Fist.
Oh no, that's slow the whole way. You know what I'm talking
Yeah, Iron Fist doesn't pick up.
That's the
He never really becomes Iron Fist.
Well, I feel like the difference is because this Punisher is the only one that really ties two separate things into one. Like I don't think Daredevil we mostly just focused on Matt. Jessica Jones we focused on Jessica. You'd think you'd focus on Jessica Jones in the show called Jessica Jones.
Maybe.
Luke Cage we mostly focused on Luke Cage. Punisher was the only thing that really had like a deuterogonist. I don't know how to say that word. A secondary protagonist in Madani, and it really tied in like later. It took a couple episodes. Well, actually,
We had
had 3 different subplots running concurrently. We had Lewis. We had Homeland Security stuff, which eventually tied into the Punisher stuff. And I think it was slow. I think they did it pretty well.
I can't remember names, but
Lewis was the
Luke Cage
guy.
had the cop lady.
He was like post nuke, basically.
Yeah, Misty Knight, and Daredevil had a lot of focus on like Foggy and Karen Page, especially Karen Page.
Well,
in the first season at least.
Yeah, well, I think the difference is those are characters that interact with each other. Like we see, set the fucking Thanos Scott there. We see Karen Page and Matt and Foggy. They're all used sometimes on the same screen at once. The difference is we don't really see Homeland Security and Frank and Lewis. They're all.
They don't know each other really until like over halfway through the series.
Exactly.
They're just random characters that you look at. At least it's not as over the place as Iron Fist. I feel like Iron Fist had way too many subplots between the Hand and then the Ward family or Ward's family. Yeah.
Iron Fist disappointed me so much. That's another character that I'm like into.
It's sad.
Like they just fucked it.
It's sad that I ended up liking it more than the others, only because the whole gritty crime drama thing just was never my genre, and I like the whole mystical martial arts and stuff, but it's not good. I didn't
even go into that.
It barely went into that.
Stuff.
Like when they did, I was like, oh, that's cool, but then they didn't for like 99% of the series.
Because they didn't have the budget for it, most likely.
I just like kung fu.
You'd think there'd be a lot more kung fu in an Iron Fist, but there wasn't.
Like the first episode was cool because he was like this homeless hermit that knew kung fu and was cool, and then he became a child throwing a tantrum for like the rest of the series.
Exactly.
I'm the Iron Fist, the immortal Iron Fist, protector of Kunlun, sworn enemy of the Hand.
But we're talking about the Punisher. It was not. We're not talking about the Iron Fist.
The Frank Castle.
Yeah.
Did you think there was enough punishing in this show?
I am the immortal Punisher.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Mike, elaborate.
All right. So Punisher has come up with some like crazy stuff throughout his years, because when he first showed up, he was just kind of this guy. Jackal hired him. Kill Spider-Man. And then as he progressed, he was just kind of tame, starting off. But then as he went on, especially in the Max series, he came up with a lot of creative ways to kill people. And with this show, I felt like it was enough punishing, but I didn't feel there was enough details into it. Like I
get a sense of pride and accomplishment from watching this show.
I think it was great. I loved every time there was a troop of soldiers coming after him that he would just leave no one alive, and that was
I think
that was it.
Well, I think all the punishing that we got was good, and I think they were spaced out. I thought there would be more, but they definitely spaced out the action sequences. That they were all good.
I feel like there was like just enough.
Yeah, just enough. And one of my favorite bits of the show actually is the beginning of the first episode where he snipes a dude from across.
That was him finishing up his actual like punishing work from Daredevil 2.
The scene in the bathroom was pretty good too.
There was, and then there's a flashback sequence in the Middle East where he just fucking goes off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He
dude,
just
that was
kills
that
awesome.
was great.
so many people.
Oh yeah, I just remembered that one. Yeah, sorry.
No, yeah, that was
He
great.
had a Vietnam flashback.
Oh, Afghanistan.
I guess we should talk about the plot. What did you guys think of the plot? Was it convoluted or was it fine?
It
It
was.
was fine, but like it kind of with a like show like this coming out modern day, I can understand why, but it kind of dealt into like a lot of the gun rights things, you know,
I
a
think it
little
handled
bit.
that very well. I think that was.
It was handled well, but I feel like it kind of distracted away a little bit.
What is Anvil?
It's just a private military.
Can people just do that? Can they just make? They could just sell soldiers.
Make a
I
fucking
been done.
militia.
believe so because under I think I looked it up under the UN PMCs are illegal, like we can't have those, but the United States lets them because they technically fall under mercenaries or they don't fall under mercenaries. I'm not sure, it's one of those two, but it's legal in the US. Like there's some kind of loophole in the US that we can have.
That's crazy. I never knew that.
I think that's what it is. Don't quote me.
I can look it up
I'm
later.
gonna
I
go
don't know.
make my own army.
Let's do it.
That's what Anvil is. So Mike, you thought it was fine. You didn't think any threads didn't like add up, right?
I thought the threads added up fine, but it was just like kind of. I don't know. I need to watch it again, but like the plot overall, it's good. It all comes together fine.
I think it. Yeah,
There's nothing confusing about it. That's all that matters.
I think it's a little weird. It approached Netherrare territory a couple times.
It did. That got weird.
It was awkward.
what?
It got that's Neto Rare's Japanese. It's like
Sorry.
Japanese for cuckolding.
I'm a weeb.
It's a weeb. I forgot we let a weeb onto this podcast.
God damn it! You
Uh,
left the door open.
So basically, I know where you're coming from. It's from whenever Frank goes to Micro's wife's house.
Yeah.
And there's this weird sexual
Oh yeah,
tension.
he got fucking cocked. I forgot about that. He did.
Like, there's this weird sexual tension between Frank and Micro's wife, whose name I don't remember.
And the worst part is Micro's watching it the entire time.
Micro's
Yeah,
watching
he
it.
is.
And
Hurry up!
and I'm
But
really
that leads to a
glad.
good scene later on, but it's still the fact that he got cucked.
It's really weird that no, it's not really weird. It's really good that they never did anything with that.
Yeah, I liked
even
his
when he
response
tried to
after they
back
actually
off.
kissed. He was just like, oh boy, no.
Hurry up and dig down my wife so I can watch.
Oh my god, when he got drunk about it and was like, oh man, I totally see why you would love my
that
wife.
was the scene that I was talking about. That was a good scene overall, but it's just like it overshadows the fact that happened.
I liked when he sat him down and he's like, motherfucker, I do not want your wife. I had my own wife, and that's it for me.
No,
I have
you-
recurring flashbacks.
Guys, you know what shows
While
good
being
when they
tortured.
introduce cuckolding.
What?
You know what
was
shows
that
good
called?
when they have cuckolding in it?
Oh yeah.
That wasn't.
What?
Honestly,
It's Superior Spider-Man all over again.
Oh yeah, that's
God.
Fucking
You're
Christ.
great. Look, Tyler's not here. All right.
I never apologize.
We can go free will with all this.
Yeah, I'm glad it didn't go anywhere with that. What the fuck am I talking?
Cuckolding.
This is the Cuckolding podcast.
Their chemistry was really good. Micro and Frank, they John Bernthal and Micro's actor, whose name I don't.
Micro
they-
didn't look like
Yeah,
he
it
was
was-
looking.
it was
That's
the
my
best
only
buddy
complaint.
cop
Other than
movie.
that, yeah, they did
It
good.
was very good, and I think I'm kind of glad that Micro wasn't just always the guy in the chair. Like he
Yeah.
actually did
guy in the
wasn't
something.
Cyborg in fucking Justice League.
He did more than that sometimes in Justice League. We had a Justice League episode. We're not going back.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, we're not
going back.
That's a no
Can't
go
make
right
me.
there. Can we not
to
talk
avoid
about
it
that,
again.
please? Thank you.
I thought it was neat. I always thought the drone that he used had guns on it. I don't know why.
They didn't
What?
really utilize that much.
Yeah, they used it once in probably one of the cooler action bits.
It was
Yeah,
it was
just
cool.
like it was kind of vague too, because all you saw was the red dot in the sky, and I was like, oh, there's the fucking.
Two-
I'm surprised they would never notice it though.
It's like an afterthought.
Yeah, it's quite loud. I really enjoyed how two special forces soldiers, one of them who only had a bow and arrow, just like rinsed through some fucking PMC guys.
Why did he have a bow and arrow though?
He's a hunter, man, I guess.
Yeah. Usually hunters have like bows and arrows and shit like that. Like
Is a rifle still not more
I
efficient?
think bow hunting, just for
Is a hobby?
style. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a hobby. But it's still pretty neat. I feel.
If we established Gunner more, I think he would have been a good character. I feel like I was gonna like him as soon as I saw him.
Oh, speaking of, what was I gonna say? The first episode is kind of a bait and switch because he's working construction in the beginning, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he.
I like that
this-
scene where he breaks down the wall.
You mean like
Like the whole episode?
a lot of yeah.
Whenever John Burke streams, I come in my pants just a little bit.
I liked his beard. It was a nice
He had a
beard.
good beard.
He's sexy as hell with the beard.
Everyone called him a hipster.
Hipster. Yeah.
Yeah.
Daddy
That was
Punisher.
dumb. I didn't like that.
Who uses the term hipster anymore?
No one.
Some people.
Exactly, that's what I'm
Oh, a
talking
little
about.
bit.
Amen, brother.
I don't know. There's still a couple people that I can see and be like, oh well, that's a hipster.
Yeah. San
The
Francisco.
what I was saying. The first episode, a little bit of a bait and switch because I fought that Mexican guy. What's his name? Donnie.
I thought it was Leo.
Donnie,
Something like that.
I think was the guy. It was the.
Yeah, it was Donnie.
It was
the-
Donnie. Okay. So
yeah, he was the
he's
kid who
Donnie, right?
protected. Yeah.
Yeah. And he just. I thought he was gonna show up in the show more, but he's there for just that episode.
Yeah, I thought it would be like a sidekick or something.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be a supporting character, and then
Yeah,
just leaves.
Just fucks off.
I was like 7 episodes in, and I was like, I wonder what happened to that kid he saved. I just
They
don't.
just told him to skip town. And
Yeah.
then he's like,
It's over. It's
Donnie, you
done.
better-
Oh wait, yeah, that is understandable. Cause like, but then he killed the guys that knew about it.
He did kill the
Maybe-
guys who knew about
Maybe
it.
they knew people who knew people who knew people, and then maybe they get back to him. I don't know.
I mean, they killed the whole
They,
gang at the card game. They just killed them all.
yeah, he
Yeah.
just kind of clean shop with all those guys.
But about that ending of that first episode, though, can we give round of applause to that? I fucking love that.
Throwing them in the
A
cement.
bunch of people?
Yeah, putting them in the cement. No. It's just like you kind of didn't expect it, and then like it just
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
and the
kinda-
song and everything.
That's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
They talk about sandwiches a lot in this show.
Yeah, they do.
Now I want a sandwich.
Yeah, I know.
They were just hungry on set, man.
I was going through it. It's just like my mom makes the best sandwiches, and then Micro and Frank are in the van.
Right.
He's like, you
Mike
want a
was eating a
sandwich?
sandwich,
He's
and he's
like, you didn't make one for me?
yeah, exactly. They talked about it quite a bit.
And he's just eating like the military packs. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Marius.
Really hungry on
Marius.
set, and then like they just wrote that into the script.
That's a pretty good way to write things in the script. Yeah, there were a lot of sandwiches.
Now I'm fucking hungry.
Punisher still never used that minigun. We still haven't seen him use a minigun yet.
I wonder if we ever
Like,
will. I don't know. Like miniguns feel like a product of like the 90s.
when used well, it can be
A
not
money-
a product of the '90s.
Well, I'm just saying that because in season 2, there's like a little promo, right, of Punisher using that minigun.
Oh, is there?
Well, yeah, back when there was some promotional material, it was like a GIF of him using a minigun, but that was never in the series, in season 2.
So they just recorded him using a minigun and then just made a gif out of it,
Well, you
and
mean
that's
season
just
2 of
it.
Daredevil, right?
What?
You mean season 2 of Daredevil when he's
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm
walking
saying.
away
Yeah,
from the
season
What's a
exploding place?
daredevil?
Hey, shut up! All right.
We're talking about Punisher. Come on, keep
Oh,
up.
that's true.
Yeah.
Dude, I just want to talk about.
I was disappointed that the Punisher did not make puns.
But was there enough punishing?
No.
There was not
There
enough
enough
punishing.
punishing?
Oh,
I'll be on my way.
I needed more of like that prison fight from Daredevil season 2.
Oh, that
Yeah.
That shit was
hallway.
lit.
It was.
Stop using modern slang.
Yeah, that was a good scene.
That was very lit. Paul.
That was very lit.
Christ. Let's not go down this rabbit hole, please.
Villains. There are villains in the show.
Yes,
Yeah, there are.
So, and the other guy is the CIA man, Agent Orange. Did he have a real name?
Oh, and there was also a military kid who was traumatized and hated
Yeah,
life.
Lewis.
Yeah, it was Louis.
Yeah.
He almost shot his dad right in the
He
fucking.
almost killed his dad.
I liked his arc.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Until he
And
blew himself up.
and I liked his acting. His last episode was a little wonky in the direction of it though, with
Oh, you
like
think so?
the whole where they're like showing at different angles and stuff. I mean, I liked the episode enough, but I think it did like playing the same time like 4 times over in the episode just kind of.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
Wait,
I thought
what
that was a
scene?
little off too. You started the episode where Lewis breaks in and tries to kill Karen Page and that one guy, and
Yeah.
we see the 4 different perspectives. Like,
Oh yeah. I
I
didn't think
thought-
that was
I definitely-
necessary.
I agree that was probably one of the weaker episodes. There isn't actually like a weak episode in this
No, yeah, like
show. Yeah, all of them were pretty
They're just moments
of the series, it's probably the lowest.
very consistent
yeah.
in its quality, and I feel like that's not something I can say about some of the
Justice
other
League.
Netflix shows.
Yeah.
That too.
Well, no, Justice League is consistently not good.
Let's not.
Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna have a heart attack if we start talking about that again.
Daredevil
I'm gonna have a
Season
brain
1
aneurysm.
was consistently good. Season 2 was half and half. I don't
I
think
like
Jessica,
season 2.
I don't think Jessica
me too.
Jones had a very many bad episodes.
No.
It's
Luke
weird that I
Cage,
barely remember Jessica Jones.
I also barely
Right?
remember
Well,
Jessica
like-
Jones, which is weird because I actually consider it. Well, but maybe not after seeing The Punisher. Not probably one of the best narrative out of the Netflix series.
I liked Kilgrave. That was my whole thing with
Well, I
Jessica
mean,
Jones.
it's hard to not like David Tennant.
Exact.
Tennant?
Did he record any WAV files?
I was hoping. I was wondering if someone was gonna catch that.
So I was like, wait a minute, it's not Tennant.
Wait a minute. David Tennant was good.
He is actually made up of 10 giant ants.
He's the real Ant-Man. Him and Scott Lang. He's the real Ant-Man.
Oh, and he's coming back in season 2 somehow.
Yeah, flashbacks, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think
That makes more sense.
in the comics he can just come back to life if he really wants to. I think he can do that.
That would kind of be awful if he's already got this mind control shit and then he can just never die.
And then Luke Cage. Luke Cage was also kind of half and half.
No, Luke,
Diamondback was awful.
Diamondback was pretty bad.
Cottonmouth
I
was
felt like
great.
I was in Harlem.
Diamondback was kind of like Diamondback felt like he was a Power Rangers villain.
He wasn't a.
He sure looked like one at the end.
They build him up. He's like, oh, he's Luke's brother or some shit like that. And then he's just like out spilling like pop culture references and shit. He's like,
And-
why am I supposed to be scared about you?
And speaking of villains that kind of go over the top, I definitely felt that way about Agent Orange. He kind of just like he kind
He was
of
boring.
And Inspector Gadget. He's just kind of
What? Wait, what?
He's Dr. Claw, Inspector Gadget. He just kind of sits in the sidelines and just kind of says things.
Well, he definitely made
does
a
nothing.
very big leap from Inspector Gadget to the Punisher.
The only scene I liked with him that I thought was like really cool was when he almost got shot and then like you think he's gonna die and then there's just
Oh, that was a
the
very
glass.
good scene. And the glass
Yeah.
is bulletproof. Yeah, that was great. I really
Yeah,
liked that. That was a good little cliffhanger. But he definitely went very over the top when
Yeah,
he
especially
started
towards the end,
torturing- Yeah,
when he
starts
was-
torturing Frank.
Yeah.
And, and then there was a weird montage of him just mocking Frank. That was kind of weird.
the whole time it just built him up as somebody who was really pathetic, who would never get his hands dirty, who'd always rely have it,
And he finally got
and then
it.
he would. Well,
He
he
loses his mind.
He had
he-
gloves.
he would do it for like torture because he also tortured the other guy on the video, but like he would never do the hard part. He would only do the part that was fun and exciting to him, which was when they're all tied up and he can't be hurt.
Like, I hear what Paul is saying. Why are we laughing so much?
Did I Did I miss something?
I thought it was because of what I said.
No.
Because you were saying he didn't get his hands dirty, and I was like, wait, no, he did get his hands dirty, but he didn't. He had gloves.
He's
Oh,
very
I missed that.
Also, he's a dumbass for injecting Frank with adrenaline.
Yeah, what? Like, of all things.
You're one of those most dangerous guys in the city. and
Could
give
you
him
just
adrenaline?
not
No.
use one of those smelling salts that wake people? I don't. Adrenaline? Really?
He's gonna eat
His-
somebody's
his
face
reasoning,
off.
his reasoning for giving him some epinephrine was like, I want you to feel everything I'm gonna do for you. And then Billy Russo just kind of lets him go, and then Frank pops his eyes.
Hi, Billy Russo here.
Hi, Billy.
Sounds mirrors.
Yeah.
You just saw the
So-
avatar, this fucked up face.
Actually, yeah, that was probably kind of a weaker bits of this show. The
What, Billy?
just the villains in general. I like Billy, but I
Billy's
didn't think he was.
the best
I didn't
one.
think he was believable as a villain. You know, I just didn't think he was.
Yeah,
Billy's mandate
I don't
about
really
Billy
get
Madani,
Billy's
huh?
motives. Like, he hates the dude he works for, clearly. And
And
Yeah.
he even lets Frank kill him, and now he decides to fight Frank for some reason. I'm glad Curtis made it out of the show alive.
yeah, oh, I was so worried he was gonna die.
His leg was like, he was kind of on the nose. He was like,
Yeah,
somebody
that was some
beat me with something,
foreshadowing.
like,
Yeah, that was some foreshadowing.
forced shadowing. So talking about.
Got him.
Oh,
Okay.
You sure showed whoever wrote the series.
Yeah.
yeah, fuck the writers for making such a good show.
I enjoyed the series, but fuck those guys.
I thought the last fight scene was really good with Billy Russo. Billy Russo, who kills Templars apparently.
What? There was those.
Wait, what?
Good thing. He has a hidden blade.
There was
yeah,
those
right.
two random teens that he
Oh,
cut up
Yeah, that
and
was
like
forced,
left hanging,
what?
and nobody
Kinda
like.
gets him out of the carnival
and
and then just kind of puts him up on the merry-go-round and it's like, what?
Okay.
What?
Like, and then Frank doesn't do anything to save them until, like, their whole being there is completely pointless.
because Frank ends up just punishing Billy. He just
Yeah, he doesn't even check on Madani. He just it's focused on Billy the entire time.
He just shot the
Donnie's
fucking head
fucking
and his head shot it and he's still focused on
fucking
Billy.
useless in this show.
If that didn't explain how useless she was, I don't know what will.
Yeah. Billy Russo is pretty good. Except he wasn't a very good villain. He was
Billy's
pretty
a
good,
beauty.
but he wasn't a very good villain.
Actually, no, going back on the plot, I kind of don't like how it's, like, rooted in military. Like, the whole thing is fine, like I said, but, like, based off Frank Castle's character, he didn't become the Punisher because of, like, roots, like, that he was involved in. He became it because his family got murdered
Yes.
for like, a reason that wasn't his own. And
As-
they try to blame it on him multiple times in, like, the final episode. It's like,
Well, yeah,
no, throughout the whole series.
They definitely kind of made it change. It definitely changed up his origin because his family got killed. It was premeditated, you know.
Yeah, and that's
it
fine
wasn't
that
just.
they changed it, like, take liberties, but, like, the whole core of the character is, like,
Hey, they changed the show and I didn't like it, but take liberties. Change the show. Good.
no, wait, wait a minute, no,
God damn it.
shit.
Wait, what did I do?
No, come on. All right, let me back up.
What the fuck did I do?
Don't just keep talking about it. Just keep talking about it.
Listen, no, okay. It's fine, I'm always for taking liberties and things, but, like, the core of the character wasn't really there, like, his whole, like, motivation and things isn't there, and that
Well-
just kind of threw me off.
I can agree with that, but he never really wanted to do this in the first place. He kind of got
Yeah, he
sucked
just kind of
in
went along with it because of his job.
because Micro, like, just kind of dragged him into it.
Yeah,
So I thought it was really weird. Something that was really jarring was when you could tell he used computers from, like, the fucking 1990s.
Yeah.
And then when
he
Anvil
could do all
shows
the
up,
high-tech shit?
okay, hold on. Anvil shows up and they're like, man, he's using the really high-tech stuff. And I'm like, he's using fucking computers from the 90s. What are you talking about?
Could be sarcasm.
No, they were very
No, that was
unironic
like-
about it. They were being very serious when they said it. It's like,
Oh.
man, this guy's got some high-end stuff.
She was doing the '90s hacking, and then she was like, "Yeah, this guy's got some high-tech stuff, you know."
Well,
Oh shit!
I just imagine there was probably something more high tech, like under the hood or something. I don't know. And there's also a certain degree of where, when you use like low tech stuff, that they end up being more secure because all of the current methods of breaking things are.
That was just a nitpick. It wasn't actually super big. It was just a little jarring.
Yeah, just a
It
little.
Yeah.
bit.
actually like affected. I just thought it was kind of funny.
So I never read the Punisher comics, or really the most of my experience with the Punisher prior to the series was the PlayStation 1 Spider-Man video game. So I'm very well versed in Frank Castle and his adventures.
This reminds me of
The
that-
only Punisher comic.
That's the only knowledge you need. Like,
No, Anthony, you also gotta read Archie Meets the Punisher.
Of course.
Oh, that sounds great. That actually sounds fun. I should look that up.
Well, that's
Um,
understandable because like it's fucking Punisher hasn't had a good run in any movie.
Paul, is that
Even
you?
the baby knows, all right? Even the baby knows Punisher has been misrepresented in the movie. All right,
Oh, yeah, that was my little brother. What's up?
You got.
what's it called? Fucking Thomas Jane Punisher. Even though he did a good job in the game, he was a fucking cop, and like, no, Punisher's not a cop, right? He's a military vet. And he's just like a lethal weapon cop, you know, down on his ass. He doesn't want to do this shit anymore. You know, that type of character, that kind of archetype. And then like in Punisher Warzone, which is another pinnacle of filmmaking, if you don't, if I want to put that in there, he just kind of there, you know.
In his own movie.
Yeah, he just kind of shows up, and then he's
man.
just
The Punisher in the Punisher
Punisher's
movie.
in the Punisher movie. Wow.
What?
No, but they don't like give him anything to do. Like it's so like that movie is so focused on all the other characters. You basically think the Punisher was an afterthought.
That's awful.
Yeah, he's like all the cops are more of characters than the Punisher in that movie. He's just there to fucking blow in people's faces, and not literally. Like I mean, punch their faces.
He's like the monster in a horror movie. He's like Godzilla.
Basically, he doesn't like. That's how he kills people. He just blows in everybody's faces with his mouth. He's like, "That's how I'm gonna fucking kill you." Just that's how he tortures him. And then he fucking tortures one of the guys with a popsicle in the 2004 movie.
Wait, a
oh, yeah,
popsicle?
that's what I'm talking about. Fucking popsicle.
Fucking popsicle rape. Fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's gonna be a Discord notification in my recording because I'm an idiot. I forgot to go on Do Not Disturb. So that's cool.
It's okay because we all don't do that. That's not a relevant revelation I had until now. Oops. Oh, also, I just realized I only asked you two what you thought of the Punisher. Anthony, what did you think of the Punisher?
I don't know, man. Am I even part of the Dropouts anymore?
Oh, you're not. I think you're playing.
I'm replacing you. What's
Oh,
up?
that's fan
Yeah, you're
fucking
outta
tastic,
here.
fan diddly tastic.
Get out of
Anthony, what did you think of the first 6 episodes of the Punisher, man?
Dude, I thought they were pretty good. Like, I'm gonna keep watching it, and
No,
Just-
you're just gonna
just the
stop
first
watching.
6.
I'm being serious about that lube. Not lube, fucking lotion.
What? No.
Yeah, I'm trying to lube it up, you know?
It's the lube now.
Speaking of
He's
lotion,
leveling up.
there are an absurd amount of sex scenes in this show for some reason.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's fine. I had like 3 that I remember currently, but they like got like really into it. I didn't
they
expect
got-
Madani's ass at all. All right, let's just say that.
I mean, that's what I think about when I'm getting tortured, is having sex with my late wife.
Yeah, that was pretty weird. When he gets tortured, and then we just get flashbacks of him fucking getting it.
I don't think it was even a flashback, because there's like no details in like the background or anything.
No, yeah.
It's just he's just thinking about it.
Animated series.
He got. That's pretty weird. I guess he got like a. I guess he gets off on getting tortured or something.
Well,
Like in the Spawn animated series,
I think it was-
that guy was like doing the deed, and then like he just started having like Vietnam flashbacks, and then he started crying.
the opposite.
Why he was doing it? Oh my god!
I think it was trying to say that like I think he was like looking forward to death to be reunited with his wife. I think that was the
'cause
whole
that's
thing.
What they hint at, like, towards
Yeah,
the
but like that.
But yeah, like, was that the way you had to depict? Was that
Yeah,
the best
I
way?
mean, fair enough. That's how I think about it. You know, I'm just fucking getting mauled by this guy that I hate. And, like, all I can think about in the back of my mind is, hey, my fucking wife is hot.
And there's and then there's the Madani scenes too, and it's just like sometimes I feel like they do it because they can, because they're on Netflix.
I'm just gonna put
Like
it in there.
every Netflix series has to have a scene where they're having to perform surgery, and usually it's with Claire, which noticeably not in this one for the first time
she
on
wasn't
Netflix.
in there.
Which is understandable. I feel that Claire isn't in this one.
Yeah, I was just kind of surprised because I kind of thought she might be, but I wasn't following any news about it. But yeah, no Claire in this one, so this is now not an official Netflix Marvel series because of that.
It's not official with Claire not in it.
But yeah, no, but so then they had I think it was Micro doing the surgery. That was another thing. Micro was apparently supposed to be queasy about blood, like early in. He was like about to throw up over something that they were doing, and then he just performed surgery on some guy because he was a vet, and it's just fine. And it's like, this is okay.
Like, you mean like before when he was doing it with Curtis? You mean? He
Yeah.
was healing his wound with Curtis, and then after that he started like, what did he do the second time around?
No, okay, so like the first time, I don't remember what it was the first time that was making him throw up. Like he was doing surgery on someone later, and I just thought it was weird because early in, something the Punisher was doing was making him like really queasy. Like he can't handle the blood and stuff.
Early in, he killed a bunch of people, and he said it smelled really bad.
Oh yeah.
Oh, was it the smell of rotten corpses? That might not be something that's in surgery.
I
That
didn't-
makes sense.
I didn't know fucking rotting corpses, like, I didn't know they decay that fast.
Oh, was it? I don't remember the scene that well.
Wouldn't they smell like just fine until a couple
Yeah, I
hours?
guess they would smell like blood. So I guess that would be what you would have in surgery.
And then they'd smell bad.
Well, anyway, I just thought it was weird that he was able to handle it, surgery and vet and like taking care of animals and vet just fine, but not the early stuff with the Punisher. I don't know.
Animals, right?
Well, yeah, he was a vet,
I'd rather see a dead animal than a dead person.
but then he does
What?
surgery on people.
I can't. Nope.
I don't know.
You can't kill animals in shows. What are you talking about?
Yeah, let's not.
That's like the one rule.
Like, my mom ran over a squirrel once in her life, and it completely just like crushed her. It's just
My mom ran over a rabbit.
that squirrel haunts her dreams.
You killed me. I had a wife and children.
Probably squirrels get married. Is there like a process for that?
Squirrel becomes the Punisher.
Fucking, he's coming for your mom.
Oh no. Oh, I want that to be a thing, but then people would probably think it's a reference to Squirrel Girl, and then it wouldn't be fun anymore.
Really excited for New Warriors, by the way. Hope
When is that coming out?
2018,
Oh, okay.
Did
supposedly.
anyone watch The Runaways yet? I haven't.
I watched a few
No,
episodes. Are we
'cause
gonna
I'm
do an episode
still
on
reading the
that?
books.
I gotta.
I finished the entire run.
Wait, is The Runaways over?
No. I meant the book. The book, not the.
Oh, okay.
Runaways
gonna
is
read
gonna
the
end
first value.
sometime in January because Hulu didn't just drop all of them at once.
Which is retarded.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why you stream. I don't know. But
yeah.
I'm gonna binge it when it's over.
3-episode chunks, and I thought I was one of the few people who didn't like it that much. I think.
Few? I thought a lot of people didn't like it.
It looks
it's
like
weird.
kind of Cloak and Dagger.
A lot of people on the server seem to like it a lot.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah, like
Thought nobody watched it on the server.
Kaiken or Keegan seemed to like it. I'm like, huh.
Huh, and he's like the most like critical person.
Critical. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, that's weird.
Well, cool. I don't know. I've heard a summary of what happens in the Runaways books, and it sounds awesome. And I hope the TV show's faithful. And if it is, I should probably enjoy it.
It seems pretty faithful, except for the teen drama stuff. All the teen drama shows from Marvel seem like they're really just.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that.
Except for Spider-Man.
Wait, all of the teen drama shows? Are there a lot of Marvel teen drama shows?
Just like just like
They're-
generally now, like the past two that they come out with is Runaways and Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger, I have no like
Is that out?
excitement for at all.
No.
Oh no,
Is that
okay.
out?
No,
Yeah,
it's
they
not.
just came up with one trailer and it looks like garbage.
I'm
I'm excited
you thought
for
was
it.
Garbage? I thought I was looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I can see why the trailer wouldn't excite people because it had very little Cloak and Dagger and had a lot more of the teen
It
drama
was
stuff.
it was very more drama.
And so
I guess that's what we're getting.
I only know them from Ultimate Spider-Man,
I
so
only know them
And
from
I think-
Maximum Carnage.
I actually think they're drawing more from Ultimate Spider-Man than they are from the six because we see
Yeah, it seems like that.
We
Because
see
in
Roxxon.
Ultimate,
yeah. Also, to get their superpowers from there's a running joke in the Runaways that's pretty funny. Apparently, Cloak and Dagger got their powers from doing drugs, and
Oh,
whenever
okay.
they tell someone their origin, the guy that's listening is like, "So are you saying that kids should do drugs?" And they're like, "No, that's not what we're saying." And that's a pretty good joke. But I think the origin's different in Ultimate. I think because they're like Roxxon experiments.
yeah, and also
oh,
like, wait.
when I say Ultimate Spider-Man, I mean the cartoon.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Oh,
yeah.
not the books.
Oops.
I was about to say.
Because in
And
the books like, of Ultimate, like they're like experiments, and then like during like a prom night or something like that, they fucking
Yeah.
got caught in some shit they weren't supposed to, and then now they got powers.
in the cartoon, they just already have powers, and that's it. There's no origin. They just have them.
Yeah, like they have powers now. Don't ask. They do.
Well, like by the
Putting
time
a fucking gun to your head.
you meet them, they just already have the
Is this
powers.
Bendis talking?
Oops. Yeah. So we're getting Cloak and Dagger and New Warriors in 2018. Who's to say when? But those aren't gonna be like who.
Wait, Cloak and Dagger's not till 2018?
That is correct.
Allegedly.
Oh, that sucks. Okay.
When's Daredevil season 3?
That's probably not.
20
That's
either
also,
next year or 2019.
I want to say next year. I think we're getting
I don't-
Jessica Jones.
I don't want 2019. I want 2018, please.
Yeah.
Let's see when we're gonna get season 3.
Let's see them ignore the Infinity War incident.
Daredevil.
I want,
How are they gonna get around that?
Season 3 is in fact gonna be in 2018.
how long do we have to wait for more Defenders? Because I want more Defenders. That was cool.
One more
Until
Isn't the
everyone
next
else
one
is
coming
the
out, like,
second or third
2020?
season.
Well, that's not so bad.
Next
If it's
season?
20, well, it's
Jessica
3 years.
Jones season 2 comes out next year,
2020 is quite a bit.
Yeah, it is.
and we get
New
Kilgrave
decade.
back.
Are you guys excited for the Roaring 20s again?
No, shut up. Please stop
Oh,
talking.
Yeah, man. We're gonna listen to fucking phonographs. What was in the 1920s? We're gonna have another stock market crash. Can't wait for that.
Oh, that's
Great Depression was in the 30s.
yeah.
Music. Oh yeah.
We can have a remake of The Great Gatsby imagined in the 2020s instead of the 1920s.
Wait, you mean the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio because he had like
But like, do it again.
the techno music in that.
Garbage. I hate it.
Amen, brother.
Wasn't
I like the
Leonardo
one song from it.
DiCaprio in like a Juliet movie, Romeo and Juliet remake
Yeah,
that
he
was like
over
modern
there,
day?
yeah.
Why did it?
I
Why
can't
are
wait
there
for
so
Star
many?
Wars.
How long ago? Like how long until Star Wars? Like 13 days or something like that.
No, 11
It's
days.
coming out the 15th.
Oh, okay.
I,
So
I have not seen any Star Wars movies from beginning to end.
Well, I guess it looks like you're not gonna be
What?
on the episode.
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I need to.
Spoiler alert! I'm not
We got
coming
the
back.
weeb out.
That was my ultimate goal.
This is
I
the
watched-
only episode we'll ever have a weeb.
I watched some episodes of the Clone Wars. Does that count?
That's not it.
No.
Isn't that like out of
Wait,
canon
wait,
now?
wait. Okay, let's
No,
do
it's
a-
not.
No, Clone Wars is still canon.
Okay,
Oh,
wait, guys, let's play a game. Oro,
Let's play a game.
hold on. Describe episode 4 based on the knowledge of Star Wars that you know now.
Okay.
Isn't that just the
Does-
Force Awakens? But like,
Shut up.
Episode. I haven't seen Force Awakens like much at all.
watch episode 4.
Yeah. So episode 4. I think it starts with the droids, right? R2D2 and C3PO.
You're
And
bad with names, so this is gonna be good. All right, okay. Keep going.
um,
Keep going.
I know. Okay, Luke is on a desert planet. I don't remember. Okay,
Which
wait.
one is Luke?
Luke is the as the blonde haired like farmer kid. I don't know. He's he's not a Jedi yet, or maybe he's born a Jedi, but he's not like using Jedi stuff. I don't know. Fuck. Okay.
Keep going, man.
Keep going.
I know that there's like Obi-Wan. He's like, I don't remember how what the conversation they have, but I know that he's Leia's only hope. No, Obi-Wan's Leia's only hope, but like,
Okay.
really, it's Luke. I know that. I don't know. I know, like this is gonna. Okay, so I know there's Han Solo in the bar, and Chewie, and
shoots first.
yeah, one of them shoots first, but one of them only in the special edition, and the other one.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not off so far.
You're pretty accurate.
All right.
Yeah.
I know the Mos Eisley theme is really catchy. Oh, and the thing is called Mos Eisley apparently. That just.
Okay.
Oh, there's a scene with like Darth Vader in the ship, and like
Yeah, let's go back.
people
to
are
the
dying.
Let's
That's
go back to
the
the
beginning.
of the movie.
Yeah, I just remember that was there. Also, I don't know why the droids are with them. I don't remember if he bought them or tried to sell them or what. I know.
See, I'm speaking to the person who still hasn't seen the original trilogy, but like I know the basics.
Okay, so I know that there's a scene.
Wait, Mike, you haven't seen the original trilogy?
No, it's on my watch
Okay, you're
list.
gonna describe Empire next.
They
Afterwards.
they dress up as stormtroopers at one point to save Leia, and then I know that Leia kisses Luke, which is bad because later we find out they're related.
Off by one movie.
Oh, so that was not this movie? Okay.
No.
I know that they were in a trash compactor,
are in
and
a trash
that was pretty scary, and then they're not in trash compactor anymore because they get rescued by...
Who did they get rescued by?
Does like one of the droids stop it or something? I don't remember.
Good. All right. Good.
And then
Darth Vader stopped it because they're related.
and then
No,
they have
spoilering.
they have to destroy the Death Star by going through the trenches, and he's got to shoot it into the vent and blow the whole thing up. And then roll credits.
All
right, so like you explained episode 7. Now how about episode?
Okay. No, that was. I'm very impressed. That was good for someone who's never seen a Star Wars.
All the way.
Mike, describe The Empire Strikes Back.
Alright, so like check it out.
All I know about that
Check
one
it
is that it's
out.
like dark.
Them fucking idiots, that Luke guy and the Han guy and the hairy dude and
Hairy
Leia.
The hairy dude.
I wanted to say that, but I didn't know about it. And then they all like they do stuff, right? And then they like get chased through like the forest or some shit. And then like Luke,
I
that
think-
dude.
Oh, that's
I
just a
think you're in
thing.
the wrong movie.
Oh, that's not a thing in
Right.
wrong move. Oh,
We're talking.
No,
We're talking about episode 5.
Just shut the fuck up, alright?
he's got
Okay,
this.
man, that's fine with me. Go ahead and keep talking about 6.
Let me keep fucking going, alright? You don't interrupt me, alright?
Okay, all right.
Oh, Empire Strikes Back has like snow and shit and
It does
walker
have snow.
robots.
It has snow and shit.
That's the only instance in Star Wars that there is snow. There's never snow after.
Don't they fight the AT-ATs in the beginning?
They do fight
Yeah.
the AT-ATs
Yeah,
in the
they
beginning.
do.
Yeah.
And then like they on that shit. And then like fucking and Luke gets like, ooh, I fell. And then like he has to use the force to get the lightsaber, right? And then like they
No.
do that shit.
No.
Yeah.
Alright, fuck off. Let me try to recollect my thoughts.
Let him go. Let's see where this goes. It might keep going.
Doesn't talk.
Did he just?
This is the adventures of Anakin's son.
Yeah, that shit. And then like
Oro, it'd be cool if we saw a series of films based around Luke's dad. I wish we could see that.
didn't they make those in like 2001 and then like they were really bad? No, the first one was like in
You don't get it, you don't get
1999.
Those are some good ass movies, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, shut the
Jar
fuck up,
Jar is the
right?
best character.
And then they made that
Lord.
racist space alien person, which isn't actually racist. I don't know how they say he's
No, it's
racist.
just
Wait,
racist
what?
because they were-
Watto?
They were all.
No, not that one. That's
They
the
were
truth,
all.
right?
Wait.
George Lucas is racist, confirmed.
They were all caricatures of. They were all racist caricatures.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe like Mudflap and Skids. Yeah. I don't fucking know. Anyway, continue with episode 5. Isn't there like an asteroid or something like that? Like an asteroid field? And then
Yeah.
Han
Is
and
there an
Leia.
asteroid field in all of them?
No, like this is like
It's called
specific.
Star Wars.
No, like they like some specific happens. Like don't Han and Leia like have their own like their own little scene together or some shit like that? In the
Yes.
asteroid field? Yeah. And then like why are you doing this to me?
All right, we'll stop. All right, I guess. How long have we been going for?
like fucking
2 hours.
Are you fucking serious?
About an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
Because we did start late.
Probably wrap it in a bit.
I can actually check exactly
wrap
how
it up.
long.
So, I guess
No, no.
Paul, we kind of skipped you. What did you think of the Punisher? Let's get into it.
I don't
the
really-
first 4 episodes.
Like, yeah, the first 4 episodes are alright.
They're
uh,
all
Hate
right.
'em.
There's
Sure, it gets better.
there's a lot of sex in Billy Russo's a bad. That was the
God,
spoilers.
There's also an Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
also
and
some
an Assassin's Creed.
He's an Assassin's Creed, not an assassin. He's just an Assassin's Creed, a whole game.
Yeah, that is. He's
Filled
the
with
Assassin's
barely
Creed.
any content.
So I think it's safe to say that we all enjoy it, or so
Except for
far
Paul.
we enjoyed it.
Paul doesn't seem that excited.
Paul
Yeah,
says
he-
it's all right. Please harass him in the comments. Send death threats on our email,
Please
Midtown.
don't. I'm not a
Midtown.
sheep pie.
Nobody checks
Oh yeah,
the email.
save net neutrality.
Me and
Save.
come. Oh
That's
God. Oh,
no, we're
that's
not
still-
going with that, alright?
Sheep pie is a terrible person. Don't let him take away your internet.
look, if Paul doesn't want them, you can come to my channel. Send me death threats. It's cool.
Okay, yeah. So, Mike and Oro, thanks for coming onto the show. Oro, do you want to plug? You want to
Plug.
Do you want to plug anything? Do you guys want to plug something, like your own channel, perhaps? You know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I talk about things that don't matter anymore. Long now, but they're cool. And then I also play games on like a second channel. Except I don't anymore. So.
Oh, okay. Do you make AMVs?
No, I'm not. I actually don't make weeb content. I just am a weeb.
Okay, all right. Mike, do you have anything you want?
I write shit, but like I don't know how to link that shit, and people are too lazy to read. So I'm just gonna have to wait until I get enough money to make my shit. All right, let's go.
So, all right, cool. So yeah, thanks for coming on.
It's been great.
We're gonna talk about Star Wars next week. Is that what we're doing?
Yep.
Apparently, I gotta fucking watch all of the trilogy in time for that.
Thank you for coming on this website that I own called YouTube. It's been a good time.
I own the whole website along with Google.
Is there anything else you
Bill
fucking
Gates
say?
is my dad. He made the PlayStation.
I am Bill Zuckerberg. I am his dad.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Give me the Zuck.
I'll
Mark,
cook your
give me
bird.
the Zuck.
All right, we're cutting it. Bye, everyone. Has to say bye.
Bye.
No,
Bye.
come
Korean.
on.
All right.